and make a cut and cut right up to, but not including the thorax. And you want to be careful that you don't damage anything, say, beyond this point, because there are taxonomic characters there. And then you get a pair of forceps and separate it slightly, reach in, and you get the hang of it after a while. That is the gut, the whole gut. You want to get rid of that. And I used to save guts because I always thought, well, if you wanted to see what they're eating, you can dissect the gut and have a look and see if there's plant material in there or insect material. But I discovered after a while that I never did that. So I have a whole collection of guts from some years that nobody's ever used. Anyways, you get the gut out, and then this is a male, and I'll show you how to pull it out. That's one of the testes. Take out the testes and the other testis, and then you take out this stuff, which is accessory glands and material, which would decompose. So you end up with a skeleton. And then you can separate this a bit. And this is this mixture of talcum powder and boric acid powder, 50-50. Too bad Eliana isn't here because it was invented by a guy from Colombia. He discovered it years ago. So you dust in a little of that. And what that does, the talcum powder attracts the moisture and helps to dry it out. And the boric acid powder prevents bacterial activity. So it'll be preserved. And then you just take a wad of cotton and put it in there, and just to have the abdomen in about its natural appearance. And so by cutting along the one side, in this case the right hand side, you have half of the insect in perfect condition. This side, in case there are some features on the abdomen that you need to study, you'll be able to see it. Now, this katydid is a male, and how can you tell? Well, it doesn't have an ovipositor for one thing, but you can tell immediately by looking at the base of the left-hand wing, and on that is, you see that area there, there's a little line there. On the underside of that line is a bunch of ridges. I think I have pictures of it in there. A bunch of ridges, and it uses those ridges against a vein on the other side of the wing to produce a sound. And the males produce the principal sound. Females can sometimes answer, but they don't have the same gadgetry up there. They have other veins that do that. So, and sometimes you end up with a little bit of fecal matter there. I usually have a Q-tip or cotton swab that I could use to mop that up if it's really wet. This is sort of dried up because it was on the ground overnight.